Okay, we're looking at the book Hidden Energy, and I'm going to share something with you here. I was just noticing in this book, and I do recommend that you get this book for yourself if you're interested in understanding the broader spectrum and the greater perspective, all-inclusive ways of looking at nature and the universe, right? It's very important to keep studying and not just stop when it's said that there's nothing there for us, there's no energy except the energy we buy. But that is free energy, by the way. We buy free energy. That's a free energy system. Tesla developed a free energy system, and it's not wireless, but it is going through wires, and that's why the wires are not 4 feet thick, right? Gerard Morin talks about this. Gerard Morin talks about this in his videos, and many other researchers and scientists have talked about this, that those wires, for the amount of electricity that goes through those wires to power all the homes they power, those wires would have to be like 4 feet thick if that was not a free energy system, right? So that's definitely a free energy system. I mean, that's just information. That's just, you have to make up your own thoughts on that based on researching. But let's see what this says. How you can help the breakthrough energy movement. Oh, BEM. I think that's a YouTube channel too. I think it's called Breakthrough Energy Movement, BEM. Okay, so do your research, sometimes called due diligence, before forwarding information that promises free electricity. Scams harm the legitimate fundraisers. If people selling plans for an electric generator hide their identity, keep your wallet closed. Be cautious when encountering hype such as one device will save the world, or we have already figured out free energy. A more collaborative spirit is needed. More collaborative, right? Solution-oriented worldwide collaboration. That's what that word makes me think of. Be mindful that the change to clean, efficient, and potentially game-changing technologies isn't exclusively about the technology. It's also related to monetary systems and the market share which it can potentially disrupt. Historically, people who have made money on oil, gas, renewables, or nuclear energy are not inclined to easily transition to a new way, even if it can potentially make an enormous difference. But I mean, it's in California, it's going to be, they already made the law illegal to buy gasoline cars starting in 2025. That's next year. That's in a couple months. That date was pushed back, but this is here now. This is happening now. A state has outlawed the sale of gasoline-powered cars, California. So that's very serious. Now, even though that date was pushed back, it wasn't pushed back much. So getting gas is not a good investment. I think everyone knows this. This has been talked about for the past 50 years anyway, right? We all knew this was coming. This has been talked about. So if someone chooses to invest in something that it's been made very clear it's not a good investment, then I think it's difficult to understand, why that decision would be made to invest in something that doesn't have a future. At least that's the way it's been presented, at least in terms of the way I understand it. Let's see what this says. It says, know that every skill is needed in the new energy field, including legal, creative, ethical, financial, leadership, science, manufacturing, accounting, graphics, and nearly every skill you can imagine. Transformation involves education, activism, diligence, and changing of systems. So consider volunteering to help with the new energy movement. And it says, what's the number there? 259. 259. newenergymovement.org. There it is. Oh, and there's 260 is globalbem.com. Russell Anderson was in Infinite Energy from the Vacuum. That's a video on YouTube. Highly recommend watching that video, Infinite Energy from the Vacuum. It's a great video. Special thanks to Russell Anderson. Thank you, Russell Anderson. Great man. Great man. Great scientist. Okay, let's see. Russell Anderson worked closely with John Searle in his spaceship. Faster than light speed spaceship. Built 47 of them, I think it was. Between 43 and 47 of them for 47 for private industry. Those were paid for privately. Let's see what this says. Protecting Extraordinary Technology. Jeff Peckman submitted at the Denver City and County Building, February 13, 2019. Okay, let's go back up here. The Global Breakthrough Energy. So consider volunteering to help with the New Energy Movement. 259. The Global Breakthrough Energy Movement, founded in the Netherlands by Jeroen van Straten. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but I'm going to say Jeroen van Straten. And then it says 260. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, globalbem.com. Or whatever life enhancing organization most interests you. You could organize a local chapter. Doesn't that sound great? Organize a local chapter? Wonderful. Dig deeper and learn more about any topics in hidden energy that particularly interest you. Check the endnotes. Know that the amount of information in this book and added on hiddenenergy.org is like the tip of an iceberg. More is waiting for you to discover, explore, and investigate. Be active locally. Work with your town, city, and other levels of government to alert officials to different avenues that they could pursue for clean energy sovereignty. And I just want to say also that when you do that, share that publicly. Share publicly that what you're doing, your mission, and who you're talking to, and that's very important to bring the public along with you, right? So you can have the support of the public. I think that everyone deserves to know what the hard work you're doing. Create a group in your community to discuss the growing potential for that energy sovereignty. Isn't that wonderful? Take initiative. After researching how to legally proceed, for instance, a delegation in Denver proposed a city ordinance protecting extraordinary technology. Oh, wow. It listed new energy as 0 point over unity, cold fusion, hydrogen production through water splitting, electrolysis, right? Using catalysts, radiant energy, permanent magnet-powered motors, implosion and vortex engines. This is wonderful. They got everything here. And super efficient electrolysis, right? Because when we think of electrolysis, we think of very inefficient, right? But electrolysis can also be efficient with high voltage. I learned that many years ago. People were just going around telling everybody this, and then someone wrote on my channel right away. They wrote, never use high voltage. And I thought, well, that contradicts what already was shared with me, because people are going around telling everyone that high voltage electrolysis is where it's really becomes more efficient. When you use, if I recall correctly, over 400 volts, in electrolysis, not lots of current, right, but lots of voltage. So as soon as you start at 400 volts and up, we're already in territory of extreme efficiency with electrolysis, right? That's why it made sense. I'm going to mention a water fuel system called the Aquatune. That system made sense to me because it's using a static charge, I'm calling it, like static electricity. It's using that kind of charge, which static electricity can have up to 20,000 volts. Who does that remind us of? Stanley Meyer. Stanley Meyer, who was interested in education, highly interested in education. My only thought about what could have been approached differently was for if he could have made videos of the education instead of trying to start a formal school. Instead of trying to create like a formal school, which is fine. But before that, there must be a foundation, I really feel this way, of videos. Make videos of the exact way he wants to teach in the class and just make videos of that and actually teach the process, right? And after a couple years of teaching on the internet and establishing that kind of that relationship with the public and with the world, and having volunteers help, run the comments and everything, and then just Stanley could have stayed focused on just teaching, right? And someone could have been filming and making sure they get close-ups and medium shots and wide shots and bird's eye view, overhead views, all the different photography, and including extreme close-ups and whatever's needed to show and emphasize what he's talking about. And now I know that students throughout the world did that for him. They just made videos explaining exactly how the water fuel system works, and I want to say special thanks to everyone that did that, because people throughout the world made videos explaining how the system worked in simple words, right? I think it looked like Stanley Meyer wanted to, I think he was waiting to start the school to teach what was taking place. Now, he made some technical videos. I didn't really understand those. The ones that really made sense to me were the ones where the students throughout the world were just making their own videos and explaining exactly what's happening. And people raised money, did experiments. It's great. A lot of research was done there. So special thanks to Stanley Meyer for all his hard work. Okay, where were we here? Let's see. I don't recall where I was. Did I read this one? Take initiative? Let's see what this ends. Oh yeah, electrolysis. We stopped there. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to share that with you. And let's see if there's more here. Oh, it keeps going. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Hidden Energy is the book, and it says bringing it into our world, and we're reading the book Hidden Energy, right? Let's see what it says next. It says, know that you can make a difference by expressing your voice and using your area of expertise, even if you are a student. Share information on social media, a blog post, or in conversation. Make new energy a part of your vocabulary. If the information in this book is important to you or inspires you, ask your local library to purchase Hidden Energy, and they will. Pasadena Public Library, every book I requested that they bought. They were all important books, right? And they bought those. I thought they were important, and they apparently thought they were too. Pasadena Central Library, right? Great place. It's in a mansion. It's in a house. The gentleman that owned that house donated it to the city to be a library. Isn't that wonderful? It's a beautiful mansion. It's a huge house. And there's tunnels underneath that house that go throughout the whole city. A lot of the tunnels are blocked off now, but there's still remaining tunnels, and they go all throughout the whole city. Isn't that wonderful? Tunnels going throughout the whole city of Pasadena, underground. And they connect to the Pasadena Central Library. Really, really neat place. They have electric vehicle charging stations there, too. Okay, what do we have here? Let's see. Library. Oh. Library to yes. envision what is possible with abundant, clean, and free energy. How does life look for you in such a future? For your community, what problems could be reversed or solved? Know that helping can be fairly simple and natural. Start where you are, use your unique gifts, and do what you can without carrying a burden of worry about what remains to be done. Recruit helpers, walk lightly on your part of the mindful path. Have fun. Very important. We on planet Earth are in a transition. Be compassionate with yourself. See, I just said that. I said that on the Roadrunner Pro group. I'm not picking on anybody. I know that the gentleman that built his range extender was posting too much, but I think he posted 3 posts and 2 of those got deleted. But on those 2 posts that got deleted, I had written at length, because you know how I write, right? Lots of writing, lots of detail, and I wrote even more than that, like 3 of that, and they just got deleted like nothing, just gone. So I'm not doing that again. I don't like when someone just deletes my hard work like that, but it's not lost. Where did I put that information? Oh, I saved it. I had copies of everything. So I'll probably make videos of that. And I'll change it a little bit so it's not blaming anybody. I don't want to blame anybody. But I am saying that I got deleted from that. They deleted my comments about the energy. Because someone said in that group, someone said they made a range extender. And then everybody attacked them. 50 people wrote comments saying that that's impossible. You can't do that. You're violating the laws of physics. You must have not went to school. You're dumb. You're giving me a headache. And they're just saying all this stuff. And I just thought, wow, really? I think maybe we can get some books for that group, right? Yeah, they need to read this book and read a lot of other books that have more than just what Google says, right? The Google search, right? More than just that, right? Because it was what they were saying was matching kind of like a Google search where you get people just being bullies on there. It seemed like people were trying to not be too mean, but it's still not polite to not be supportive or at least neutral. But yeah, I was saying, be compassionate to people. We can't, people they don't necessarily know. He knew through experience. It didn't seem like he knew the theory of what he had done. He made something and it made his scooter go further than it did before putting this device on that he made. And I just was saying there is energy everywhere. And here's some research that, that helps explain more about that. And I really was very detailed with that. So anyway, nothing's lost. Everything is copied and saved. And I took the ideas and posted them recently on the community area. If you look in the community area of this channel under community, you'll see some of the theories that I write about, thought experiments. It's a lot of fun, just a true joy. See where it says have fun? This is having fun, right? Enjoying ourselves as we make the world a better place by using our minds to the best of our ability. We began chapter 1 with the viewpoint of a university student in the Netherlands regarding energy breakthroughs. We conclude with the words of Isabella dos Santos, who is scheduled to graduate this year with a degree in environmental health from the University of Rochester in New York State. Isabella is the daughter of 2 Brazilian immigrants whose families came to America fleeing poverty, and she credits her upbringing for her values and ability to see the divine in all things. She contacted the New Energy movement on her own initiative and now helps the organization as an intern. After reading a draft of the Hidden Energy manuscript, she shared her thoughts, starting with the observation that fear has dominated our world and hierarchical class structure created a society of disconnected individuals to execute a transformative collective shift in consciousness requires courage, social intelligence, and overcoming of fear. The collective shift will stem from the courage to commit to something greater than ourselves. Only then we will be able to overcome greed. Wow. Social intelligence and the overcoming of fear, the collective shift will stem from the courage to commit to something greater than ourselves. Only then we will be able to overcome greed. The courage, the challenge, the limitations we have been taught will open the doors to allow imagination and truth-seeking to flourish. Courage is one of the driving forces that will counteract the forces mentioned by Professor Lindman. Remember Lindman? Let's look at Lindman. He's in the front. I don't recall what page he was on. Trying to find the page here. Okay, I don't know what page it was on, but let me see where we were here. Lindman. She noted that ecological constraints affect human choices regarding whether to be selfish or altruistic, and when the abundance of free energy becomes obvious, society will need more thinkers, more creators, and collaborators. Fear will not be our principal driving force. Connection and ingenuity will be. Connection and ingenuity will be our driving force, right? And I already feel that way now. I always talk about it. Worldwide solution-oriented collaboration, right? A fairer economic system will arise because of the decentralized nature of new energy. The power that has traditionally been concentrated in the hands of a few people will be redistributed to disenfranchised and powerless communities, resulting in their empowerment and freedom, she wrote. Her dream is of a sustainable human society with justice, peace, and healing at its core. If we and enough others energize that vision, I love that. This is such beautifully written. If we and enough others energize that vision by infusing it with positive emotion and take mindful steps toward it, a path will open up. Your personal hidden energy can be a transformative can be as transformative to your world as any technology powered by the universal energy. In what small alcoves of your life can you replace anger with love? Isn't that beautiful? It's so beautiful. I just love reading this. I'm so happy to share this with you. This is all about education, right? It's all about learning and collaboration. In what small alcoves of your life can you replace anger with love? Our call to action is to be the consciousness shift, as well as to support the clean energy transition in whatever way you can. As a first step, just imagine in detail and with heartfelt gratitude living in a harmonious civilization on a regenerated earth. Masterpiece right there. Masterpiece. This book needs to be in every library, and if possible, like 6 copies at each library. Okay, 6 copies at every library, starting in preschool, elementary school, all the schools, right? All the schools. And talked about and required reading, okay, for the children. Required reading and discussion, open discussion, book clubs, discuss this book, talk about it, okay? And not from a defeatist point of view, but from an optimistic point of view. From the point of view of nature, of limitless potential, right? Of limitless possibility and unlimited, limitless inevitability, right? In a positive light. Okay, everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.